Now, listen, you guys, you wore Agent Vest Samuel is out there still using Nicki Minaj for clout each and every chance that he gets. And this time he is seemingly vindicating her. And I'm just like, boy, bye. You knew what you were doing during the H train when you were actually perpetuating narratives. Now, we're also going to be talking about the latest developments in the Remy Ma situation, as well as what Armon Wiggins had to say about Milagro and these new Megan the Stallion developments in the case. And I'm like, are these guys friends actually? Now these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello tea lovers and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So first of all, let us talk about Safaree You Wore a Jean Vest Samuel. So he sat down in an interview with Gucci Mane's wife Keisha Ko, and they started talking about Nicki Minaj because let's be honest, okay? Now that he doesn't have anything going on for himself, he tried to come to Gig City to cause chaos and commotion. Of course, he has to keep on clinging on to Nicki Minaj's name for some form of relevancy. And I do know that you guys will come out here saying, oh, well, it was an interview. They asked him a question. A lot of these podcasters actually do discuss with their audience what they are going to ask in the interview. And it does mean that for him, talking about Nicki Minaj is an okay topic for him, which he allows these interviewers to ask him. And so Keisha Ko was like, well, there was a rumor that was going around saying that you used to write for Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. And before I discuss further into that, you guys, what is Keisha Ko's relationship with Nicki Minaj? How does everything look? Is she an op, you guys? Like, bring me up in the loop. Is she an op? Because I do know that back in the day, Gucci really wanted Nicki Minaj so bad, and Nicki refused to be with him, and he has been salty ever, since the time that Nicki Minaj called him out, and called him ugly and dirty and all of these things. So how does the wife feel about Nicki Minaj, so that I can gauge to see, well, was the interviewer trying to be messy? What was the energy? But anyway, that being said, Safaree is sitting up there and he's now saying, oh my God, she's always written her own songs. She's capable of, doing her own things. I was just a hype man. So this is why I don't respect. Whilst it may be, a sign to say, you see, all these people are backtracking, I also look at it like when it was important, at the epitome of the H train, when you were supposed to be honest about everything, you decided to play dumb, you decided to set this girl up, and now you're coming, seeing that you failed to end her career. So now you're coming out here debunking the rumors. He will forever be a bird, in my own opinion, okay? On top of that, you decided to put your hands on this woman, to push this woman allegedly. So I'm just like, Safaree, give it up, okay? It's been years. I think right now when you get to these interviews, you need to be talking about your wife or your ex-wife, Erica Mena. That's who you need to be talking about, okay? And at the same time, if Erica is also done with you, you could talk about, what's her name again, this girl that was on Love and Hip Hop with the afro. Amara La Negra. Yes, you should be talking about Amara, okay? Stop talking about Nicki Minaj. You've got so many women that you can talk about. You can talk about Amara. You can talk about, what's her name again? Erica Mena. Those people are the people that you're supposed to be mentioning in interviews, and leave Nicki Minaj alone, okay? So let me just quickly insert what he had to say, and then I will catch you guys after that.
So it's been in the media like controversy, like you helped her write her songs. Is that true?
No, and I'm glad you asked me that, because
Yes.
there's always people who be like,
Yeah.
First, I never, like, I don't know if somebody took something I said or flipped or the switch it. She is far more capable to do her own music, which she has and always does. If anything, I was a hype man because I was just always that cheerleader.
Supporting her.
I was that, like, yo, did you hear what you just said? Like,
Your big R up all the time.
yeah, it was just more of like a, yo, wow, like, nah, and she, she took pride in that. And I feel like when we had first broke up, it was like a nasty breakup, especially when it's like no one knew we were together, but then the breakup is public.
Why y'all broke up?
I think it's the industry stuff kind of just started like really getting into it. I wasn't like happy within myself. She is one of the biggest stars on the face of this earth, though everything with her within her life was changing. So it's just like it was just a lot of changes.
So you really couldn't adapt to the changes of her being so famous.
It's not even that, because it was just too many, like, you know, if you in the kitchen cooking, it's just one person in there cooking. It just was like everybody just started to kind of like trickle in and get into our business. So then it's like,
was a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't like kept private, and it was like, but it was like, because remember at the same time too, we were private about it. So I would be there, and other guys would be there, and
they didn't even know you were her
they didn't
boyfriend.
know. So and it's like I would be there, and guys would be like saying, yo, what's up?
You
like,
look good, yeah.
Yeah, and I just used to be there like.
So did any of that make you feel some type of way, like you're her man, but people think, oh, Safaree, that's just her assistant?
Nah, I feel like I got so like used and like programmed to it.
Well, there you heard that. Now, keeping up with Remy Ma's karma, it seems like, well, things are getting intense between her and her husband, because more details are surfacing, and it seems like the girl in question, Clarice, is not backing down. Now, Remy Ma decided to go, on an entire rant and was accusing Papoose of the unthinkable. Like, it was a lot of things. So after that entire little back and forth that I covered earlier on, Papoose decided to actually respond to Remy Ma this time. Now, we have all known that this man doesn't really come out to the internet saying things, okay? The only thing that he allegedly does is write diss tracks against women and then give, his wife, who has a man voice, to recite it, allegedly. So Papoose came out and said to say that Remy Ma is a narcissist. She chose to repeatedly cheat. Now that I finally moved on, she is playing the victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather cloud chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. I didn't want to do this on social media, or I didn't want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remained quiet through all this, okay? And it seems like Remy Ma herself decided to also respond to that. And she said, Papoose, you effing dummy. Hey, Miss Shields, he took your advice, but not before I screenshot your convo. And this is a screenshot that she's sharing between Papoose and, I guess, Clarice, okay? Where Clarice was like, listen, I know you do not like everything that happens with the internet stuff, but I like my PR team is actually going to freak out, when she starts doing, that's Remy that she was referring to, because she has a movie. Clarice has got a movie that's going to come out on the 25th of December. And, she was basically asking Papoose to handle this. Okay. And then so Remy Ma said, oh, he was getting me arrested. The woman that never effed off on him in 17 years while plotting with one of his chicks to try and destroy me. The same woman that could have been used my platform to expose you. I got all your pics and messages from the chicks while I was away, and he was holding me down in quotes. Sidebar, he's about to say he wrote me rhymes. Imagine that. And if anything, S word leaks about me, it was him, because he threatened that too. And the way that she quickly ran into saying that Papoose is actually going to come out and say that, oh, he wrote for me, means that she's trying to get ahead of the rumor, because I mean everyone did say that even when it comes to Shida, that man assisted her to write those rhymes. And all I'm asking from Papoose, okay, as an independent person, just drop the reference tracks, Papoose, and we will be right behind you in everything that's going to happen. Of course, I'm joking, you guys, but yeah, drop the reference tracks. We would like to see those, and that way we can take you seriously. So if you want us to believe you, Papoose, drop the reference tracks, because the way that this girl is freaking out and already going, in front of everything to say that, well, this is what he's gonna say, shows that definitely there is some truth to what is being alleged. Okay. okay? And so it does seem like Clarice, herself is out there on Twitter wilding out. She said that I cannot believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this. Clown behavior. And then Remy said, I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29. And I'll just say this, you are not aging like wine. Again, though I'm not your enemy, tell your boyfriend to buy you some flowers and gifts. And he didn't answer all of his phones because he was with his Cali girl this week. You know the roster, Remy. How do you know the roster? I mean, you already have two, ninjas by the side, allegedly. So where are you getting the time to keep up with Safaree's love life? Okay. And so Clarissa is willing to take it into the ring. But people were like, listen, you can't be fighting with Remy because she doesn't fight fair. She will bring a G to the ring. She will, do what she does best. Okay. And it seems like this side chick is actually not backing down. There are also other materials that came out that are actually showing that this Clarissa girl also had a boyfriend stepping into 2024. But I'm like, people break up all the time. And so Clarissa responded to Remy's tweet and said, you're making fake text. You making fake text is crazy. I'm not a B. You can the B word. You are bitter and mad. You're making yourself look slow. Just stop it. And Remy posted a screen recording of her interactions with the alleged side chick, basically saying that, well, you were asking me for tips whilst you knew that, well, you wanted to F my man. And Papoose is also crying and saying that, listen, you made me shake hands with someone that you were laying down with. So stop it, okay? And Remy Ma is also coming through with some serious allegations, saying that, well, there was, GBV in this entire situation, that, well, this man put hands on her. And those are serious allegations. And whenever DV is brought into question, I don't care how much Remy Ma sounds like a man. That's wrong for a man to put hands on a woman. Like, I don't condone that at all. I don't like this woman. I still feel like she's a bird. I still feel like she's John the Baptist. She got used to go against somebody who hadn't done anything to her. She's basically a loser. But it's still, losers. Women can also be losers. So I will say that when it comes to this, I don't condone. So, why do I keep calling this man Safaree? Because they're both dads. I don't know, man. Papoose. I keep calling him Safaree. Forgive me for that, you guys. But yeah, I don't condone Papoose putting hands on Remy Ma. That is so wrong. If that was, if that actually happened, that is absolutely wrong. If Remy, of course, is not being dramatic and trying to spin the narrative, that is absolutely wrong. Now, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this entire interaction between Clarissa and Papoose and Remy Ma. And now there's a new character that has been introduced who happens to be Clarissa's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. Now, that being said, earlier on I did do a video and I was talking about Milagro addressing the whole Tory Lane situation. And in that video, she did mention that, well, Daystar, who's Daystar and who's Lucifer? Oh my God, what are their names? Sunstar. Am I saying Lucifer? Oh my God. She was saying that Sunstar is the dad, right? So Milagro was saying that Sunstar is, his story is basically like a father figure to her. And she was basically trying to explain that this man has not done any bad and all. She was, in my own opinion, when she brought out the whole Sunstar is my, father figure thing, it was her trying to explain that the relationship is nothing like romantic or things like that. But somehow somebody got offended, I guess, by that. And they went on their YouTube channel and they started saying, well, this is why you're getting sued. Don't hide behind the media. It's because you were feeling like you're better than people. You didn't need a media badge. Whilst everyone was getting a media badge, you were coming in behind the family. Oh my God, so this is why they're coming after you. So don't cry when they're coming after you, because while they're making the whole family suffer, so you now are also suffering because you regarded yourself as family to Tory Lanez and stuff like that. And whilst I do get part of what he was saying, he did make some valid points, but it was to a large extent, it was giving salty that he's not the one that got the celebrity attention. And I find it rather hypocritical for somebody like that man to come out. I'm talking about, Armon Wiggins, for you guys who don't know who I'm talking about. I find it rather hypocritical for him to come out here and say, well, that's what you get for trying to befriend celebrities. These celebrities are not your friends. Why were you trying to befriend them? Why did you call yourself family? Is this not the same man who Ken Barbie was alleging was begging to be in the friends and family section of the Transformers parties? Are we talking about that same man? Is that the same man that we're talking about? It literally took the Transformer months and months and months to make him understand the point that she does not mess with him like a friend like that. And he would still beg and beg and beg in the midst of getting dragged and dragged and dragged, with the hopes that at one point in his life, the Transformer will look at him and say, you are my friend, the same way that she looks at Ken Barbie. Imagine that. And when he decided to flip on Nicki Minaj, he thought that he was going to get the attention that Ken Barbie was getting. And as soon as he realized that now he's looking like a fool, the Transformer is not paying attention to him, that's when he decided to go in hard, stunning Nicki Minaj, declaring himself the Emperor of Gig City. And when Nicki Minaj was basically out there trying to show him that, listen, this is where the boundary lies, quick to switch on, went on multiple rants, disrespecting Nicki Minaj, going back to his usual normal hater antics, when he realized that with Nicki Minaj, the closest you're going to be to her is talking to her via stationhead, talking to her, on stage when she looks your way, and you feel like, well, that's a massive interaction. That's the closest that you could ever be to this woman. You could never be in the friends and family section, like you were crying on the Transformer side. And after he realized that none of the girlies are actually effing with him anymore, that's when he's now saying, oh, you shouldn't want these celebrity attentions. Yeah, because they didn't give you. At some point, he was anti-Bongo too. I remember he did a video and he was talking about, oh my God, Megan is this, Megan is that. And all of a sudden, he switched. Is Megan is good? I believe Megan is in the right. Oh my God. Oh, this and that. And I'm just like, sometimes it's just so hilarious watching him switch and flip-flop. And this is the same man who followed Milagro to go and, cover the lawsuit and everything. And meanwhile, it was paining him that Milagro was, coming in with the family and was getting the family's attention. So you guys, I cannot insert anything long about what he said on YouTube, but I think I will try and get a 1-minute clip or something so you guys can hear exactly what I'm talking about when I say this all sounds like it's bitterness. And I don't think that after I insert that 1-minute long clip, I'm gonna be coming back. Do not forget to go and subscribe to Instant Brew. And do not forget to also turn on your notification bell on that side, because during the holidays, that's where we're going to be chilling. I cannot post short videos on this channel. I can only do long videos. So I'm going to use that channel to give you live quick updates. And we might actually do live streams that side as well, whilst I am away. So yeah, do make sure you guys, you go and check that out. That being said, until my next
academics,
one, see
many
you.
people. The reason, in my opinion, Milagro Grams is getting sued is because, and if I'm being honest, I have to keep it 100. Yes, partially because Megan Thee Stallion didn't like what you said, so she didn't like you, but you gave her a reason. So if nothing else, this thing taught me that every celebrity is watching you. I'm sure they're watching me too. I just haven't said or done the right thing that they can hook me for yet. Or, you get what I'm saying? It's like they already realize they don't like you because you gave your opinion, they've done this, but they can't get you on that. They can't get you on your opinion. They can't get you on, commentary. But where they can get you, and I'm going to mess this word up.
Vehemently.
Where you vehemently pick a side. Vehemently. I cannot say vehemently. Vehemently pick a side. Milagro Grams, what you did And I don't think she's acknowledging this part. You made it personal. You got involved with Tory Lanez. That is why you got on it. You became a part of Tory Lanez' team. So you see here, you have to stand on business. That fail. And so will you. Not that you have to, but they're going to try to make you fall too. Does that make sense? Not that you will, but I'm just saying anything attached to him and riding for him in cahoots and sitting with the family and going to lunch and riding the elevator and not having the press pass, but sitting with the family. You, Milagro Grams, in that audio. See, and this is where I'm also learning. See, this thing has taught me a lot. This taught me, pay attention because these celebrities are always watching you. They just need something to hook you on. And then 2, don't ever let your ego make you make a statement that could be used against you in court. And that's probably the hardest thing. Because what happened was Milagro Grams' ego, and I would have done the same thing, so I'm not even finna hate